Please subscribe and share this video with your friends. Hi, this is Marni Batista from datingwithdignity.com, and I am so glad that you have decided to check out this 4-part video series with me over the next few days. We're going to be going through a process that I created called the calm process. And when you're single, it's really hard to stay calm. So I'm hoping that as you go through this process with me over the next 4 videos, that you are able to become calm, find hope, find joy, and ultimately really be that woman that's going to attract the right partner for you. So let's get started. The first part of this is the C, and that stands for change your mindset. So let me start by telling you why that's important. What can happen is that our life occurs and we have experiences starting from back when we were children and how we were raised to that first boyfriend we had who maybe broke your heart. I know for me, when I think back to where some of the patterns that I had to break free from, they literally started when I was about 15 years old. So we have to look at how we are bringing those into our current situation. Because what can happen is that we begin to believe that this is our reality. And we put so much energy behind worrying about the fact that what happened before could happen again. And so because we put our attention and our mindset to this fear, we ultimately end up attracting people and opportunities into our life that actually prove ourselves right. So what do you need to do? You need to do the first thing, which is C, and that is change your mindset. So how do you do that? And I know I struggle with this sometimes myself. I think, how do I think my way out of my thoughts? Because you can't think your way out of your thoughts, which is why we have to go to a deeper level. And that's what I do with people. We have to change the core energy and your core belief systems. So let me tell you a story. I have a client named Sue, and we did the D factor, and you can go to my site and find out what the dateability factor assessment is, because it really reveals what those thoughts and beliefs are that are controlling your mindset. And for her, what really came up was that she was having some challenges around trusting people because of what had happened in her past. She felt like she had these boxing gloves on, like she was out there dating, wanting to protect herself and defend herself. She felt like if she didn't fight for what she wanted, she might never get it. And she always felt that she had to protect herself. What happened when she got into these situations, these conflict situations, is ultimately she would blame herself. And she would start to feel hopeless and think that her situation would never change again. Now, I began working with her over a period of time, and she made giant progress. And she felt so confident that she decided to move on. And it had only been working with me for a couple months. Now, what happened is not the happy ending that you might think. What happened to Sue is that she went right back to those default tendencies the minute she got put back into a situation with someone that she really liked. Because here's the truth. If you don't change your mindset, you will keep going back to your default tendencies for the rest of your life. And I know that's kind of scary, and I'm not trying to scare you, but I want you to understand that you must take action to really look at what your beliefs are and then go through the work to change it. So let's do one exercise that will help you really see where your choice points are so that you can start to change your mindset. So come over here with me. So this is one of the techniques that I teach in my class called Breaking Free from Your Romantic Rut. And it's really looking at what is your romantic rut or your vicious cycle. So I want you to play along with me. So hopefully you have a piece of paper and a pen. So you're going to draw a big circle. And this is really your romantic rut. And so what you're going to do at the beginning of the top of the circle is really identify what your pattern is. So for most women that I deal with, and we'll talk about Sue, is she meets somebody she really likes. So then you ask yourself, well, when Sue meets someone she really likes, how does it make her feel? What does she think and what does she do? So in Sue's case, she gets really excited And she starts to fantasize. And she starts to believe that this could be the guy. What happens next for Sue? What does she think? What does she feel? What does she do? Well, she starts to feel like, what if this guy lets me down? She starts to get nervous. She starts to call him a lot. So she starts to pursue him. Now, what might happen for Sue, and this is what happened in this case, is she started to pursue and she started to get a little jealous and scared, and the guy started to pull back. It made her feel like something is wrong with her. And she started to pursue harder because she wanted validation. What happened is this guy ended up leaving her, and then she started to feel like she's not good enough. She felt like something was wrong with her. Now, Sue's a fighter, so she didn't stay in that victim low energy. You know what Sue ended up doing? She ended up going to a place of, it's his loss. She got angry, she got bitter, and she got resentful. What's going to happen for Sue is she'll get over this one, and then she'll meet someone new, and she'll end up recreating this pattern for the rest of her life unless she has an intervention. So what can you do? Here's the thing. Each one of these arrows represents what I call a choice point. It's the choice where you get to change your mindset. You get to say to yourself, I'm excited, I'm fantasizing, this is the guy. Ask yourself, if you're a dignity dater, how true is that really? What's the truth? How can I change my mindset? How can I begin to change my mind so that my actions change and I get a different result? So here's your homework. I want you to make your own romantic rut. I want you to identify your choice points. And when you find yourself in a choice point, ask yourself, how could I change my mind? How could I change my mind so that I get a different result? So I want you to become aware. And then we're going to talk about A, which is once you change it, you got to always work on adjusting it. Have a great day. Bye.